Hello, welcome. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Kate. If you're coming back, welcome back. Thanks for coming. I started the memberships right before I came on here. The perks of being a member are I'm the first 10 people that sign up for the membership. I want to schedule a live with you guys to do kind of work out the kink. I'm not going to respond to anyone that's not a member. And if anyone asks, this is the good old days now. I can look over and they'll be floundering over in part 14 asking questions, and I'll just say, So we're going to do lives. We are going priority response. You'll get emos that'll have the elements for our trainers or for our rookies. I was even thinking the first 10 people that sign up, I can do a quick general reading. Oh, the 10 of us could get on together. Actually, so we'll do the first 10 that sign up for lives. We'll do a live with the 10 of us so that we can figure it out. So anyone wants to be my point person. One of my best girlfriend does it for me now. Sometimes when I have groups or other things, she mutes and then I ask questions like, does anyone know his birthday? And she'll Google it for me and then she just sends me a text. So we don't talk. I just am talking out loud as I'm processing it. So the energy comes in, Ethan. When Ethan's here, it's fleeting. There's no consistency. Sometimes they're here for 45 minutes. Sometimes they're here for 2 seconds, long enough for me to give you guys whoever the message. If someone wants to be a point person, I can ask my best friend to do it for me too. What you do is everyone will feed into your thing. Like I won't be able to see any of it. Well, I'll get way too distracted. And then sorry, bleachers, we might have to make an exception for a live, but then whoever the point person is, if there's no one in here that wants to do it, I can ask my best friend because she usually does it for me, but then she'll just text me as I'm asking questions. I'm like in the zone. So I'll ask questions. She mutes herself so she can't like talk back to me. I'm not really asking because I want to hear a human. I just want the answers, channeling. So if someone would like to volunteer or be the point person, then you can monitor. This is for lives. This is for members only. And I know that money is, it is what it is. So I'd also like to set up something that we give the gift of memberships. I see that on other channels. And it'll be like, oh, so-and-so just donated 3 memberships or something like that. And if you are one of the OGs, I'll recognize your name. And if just shoot me an email, I'll post. This is what we'll do. If money is an issue, but if you're an OG and you'd like to be a part of, the reason we're going to do memberships is so that I'm not writing back to anyone that's not a member anymore. That was my incentive. Then we're going to do lives. We can do lives. Like I can do readings too for the for the group and stuff. I made you guys some emojis. They're the elements. So for our rookies, if you're learning tarot, in Ethan, Justice for Ethan, it looks like a whiskey label. I'm a graphic designer. So it looks like an old whiskey label. And it says Ethan's name. And I really do want to get like a zip up hoodie like this. Just put it right here. Especially watching these dominoes fall. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. Probably by the time I post this and you see it, it'll be tomorrow. So I'd like to do it either tomorrow night or Friday. And I don't need all 10 of you. It'd be nice though. And we can do like a collective. I could do reading on you guys or whatever. But what I really just need to do is figure out the details of who wants to be my right-hand man. I don't talk to you that much, but you become clutch when we're in the middle of a reading. So there's no consistency. But when they're here, then it would be awesome if like when we tapped into Libby, oh, you guys are the real OGs too. Then we'll do a private live like in 2 nights. Today is Wednesday. So Fridays, people have lives. We'll figure it out. Maybe tomorrow or something. Then we have our first free tarot class on Tuesday. That is at 7 o'clock. For those of you that don't have Facebook, don't you worry. We will figure something out. I'll put the agenda, might access the free material. It's on my website too. I'll put the link there. And If anyone is an original OG, I will recognize you. And OG means original gangster. I think that's from like the Will Smith days. Just shoot me an email and we'll figure something out. We'll have to have an energy exchange, but we'll figure something out, because if you're an OG, you want to be a member, but money's tight, let me know. And I'd also like to have like a pay it forward, when you go get coffee and everyone buys everyone a drink. And so if you're in a bountiful season of your life, you can give to those who aren't, and then it just works itself out. That's the karmic law. So I will put that in the community post. So those are my updates. I just did a quick reading on D-Bag. Good news is the mom's going down before the D-Bag is. And I'm here for it. Somebody in the comments just asked if I was getting a brother energy for Ethan. Yes, I was. It was in the beginning of that case. And I got it, but it felt like an older brother or an uncle or a cousin or something. And then I was on Reddit and I saw that the brother shut down the subreddit for Justice for Ethan. Not weird. Not weird at all. I'm letting some sage because we're going to transition from D-Bag into the girls. I want to go back into the Libby thing. I want to talk to Libby some more, figure out what we need to know. The recap for where we stand now with Delphi. Brienne Wilbur, Kelsey's bestie, still besties. I didn't really feel her energy at all, but she's all over Kelsey's stuff today. She's in a sorority, Alpha Sigma Alpha. She's also on Twitter at Brienne Wilbur. Chase Wilbur, he's the hottie. I mean, it's all relative when you're dealing with criminals, but still. It's the best that we've got. Chase Wilbur, he has become our Knight of Wands. He's a Wands energy, I think. I didn't see anything different, so I'm going to go with that he's a fire sign. Perhaps Kelsey's boyfriend. Oh, you can. The sage is blowing right on to you guys. Good. Sorry about that. All right. He's a Christian. And he's also associated with Full Drawn Assassins. That's a outdoorsy group that likes to get together and like-minded folk. They're also a cover, in my personal opinion, no facts here. Please do your own research. I'm just reading a deck of cards. No facts here. And Chase, if you're watching this and I'm seeing things wrong, please let me know. I did see that Full Drawn Assassins is the cover for perhaps a money moving organization or something. The good news is when I was hearing about these two cases from the outside before I started really looking into it, other than this connection with the cartel, that these are all, the prison connections that they have, that is still less than what I was expecting. And this Delphi thing just feels like the good old boy system, rich white old men that have been running the same town, Alex Murdaugh style, for the last 100 years. And I don't know. Okay, so the good news is perhaps they have connections. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing that there are connections. The cult of Odin, the Odinites, so hard to take you guys seriously. That is a different player in this game. They're not a huge part of it. The energy, though, that they bring to the table is super dark and super heavy. And so the good news is I don't think there are two prison guards that are watching Richard Allen. Speaking of justice for Richard Allen, that's another one. I will talk about it later. You guys have heard, I've had like 6 rants about him. But he is getting targeted. This is in the court papers. You can read it for yourself. A person who's in prison with him was too afraid to testify. In his defense, they break his ribs. They make him sleep in pee. It's disgusting. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, This is a case study on Nazi Germany, 1926 to 1923 to 1926. How there's actually an awesome book written by a Nazi officer. I've studied the World War II from the Russian point of view, the American point of view, and the German point of view, because it's really easy to be an ally and they're bad. So by taking it in that perspective, it makes, first of all, it makes a lot more sense. But there was an officer who wrote about his journey through losing his humanity and how things that he thought he would have been appalled at, 3 years later, he was doing it or whatever it was. And this is a great case study. And all of us are just standing here, not saying anything, just looking the other way. And they are doing things I think are criminal. That is where we are with Chase, and Full Drawn Assassins is a cover, or allegedly for entertainment purposes. Only no facts here. Please do your own research. For a bigger organization. And the thing I think about the organization, it's very much like the Murdaugh thing. I'm not getting like cartel feelings yet. I'm not getting that. But that doesn't mean that much. Right now, it's just a cover. Okay, Abby, perhaps, I don't want to talk about that part, but the girls did not want to go to the bridge, and they didn't go to the bridge. That is crucial. And the reason that's is because we know why that's crucial. So why don't we look and see what happened? Oh, why don't we go into that timeline? What really happened? Because technically, we have at least 4 hours when suspect number 1 didn't drop them off anywhere, but reported them missing. This would be so easy to solve. Like, find her phone and see where she was. But apparently, actually, the good old boys are back on this, so I'm not worried about them anymore. So the girls didn't want to go to the bridge, and they didn't go to the bridge. So if Abby's parents, who at this moment aren't criminals, then what I want to do is hear more from Abby's mom. What does Abby's mom think happened that day? Where did she think Abby was going? Did she think she was going to the mall? Or I don't care about suspect number 1 and her family at all. So you don't have to put it in. I'm not going to look into it. I don't care. It's all bullshit to me. So Chase is a small player. The grandpa's not the emperor. He's not a leader, but he plays a role in this. I think this is just my own interpretation. Wherever the girls wanted to go, Libby asked her dad or grandpa, whatever they call him, Mike, to take them. He couldn't take them. So suspect number 1 took them somewhere. So what we need to figure out is, like, we'll go back into her day. The grandpa, we need his birthday. If anyone knows when the grandpa's birthday is, or the grandma, she's showing up as the Queen of Swords in reverse. That is a loose cannon, I'll tell you that. Or Abby, I like calling them the girls. I don't separate. Their energy doesn't come through separate. It comes through as one. So let's ask Libby. The morning that this happened, it was an unusually warm day. We know that because Kelsey's trying to say that actually suspect number 1, I don't even respect her enough to use her name. She said that the girls were wearing her sweatshirts. Come on. Like, I am not even fat shaming. I don't mean this in any disrespect towards anyone who's heavier. These are 14-year-old girls and they're tiny. There's no way that they were wearing her sweatshirt. I saw something that I don't want to go down that timeline yet. Let's look into Libby's morning. Try to figure out where they were trying to go, why they got in the car with her. Like, what did the grandpa think that where were they going? And it's not this bridge. They didn't go to the bridge and they didn't want to go to the bridge. So, oh, the card that just jumped is the wheel. That's notoriously Ethan showed us that. Oh, another one is decision. Another jumper. I haven't even had these. All right. So let's just tap into Livy. It looks like she's ready to talk. Tower. Have fake happy home. Fighting. King of Swords. Knight of Cups. The Sun. Ace of Swords. Oh, good. Thank God Justice is here. Oh, the Thief. There's D-Bag. Page. Queen of Wands. Okay, with fake happy home. El Diablo. Thanks for coming, everyone. You know, Famous Fortunes has he calls it, it's like the devil's swear jar. Every time El Diablo comes, he gives it change. And then he donates it to like a charity. Man, Dylan would have wiped us. Oh, D-Bag would have wiped us right out last case. So I asked Olivia to. Okay. Welcome. If you're new and you're in the balcony, this is your first rodeo. Hi, I'm Kate. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope this isn't too messy for you guys. I don't have a consistent number that I pull. I pull until it feels right to stop. So after I cut the cards, if you're a rookie, I don't teach people like always pull 5. That's just not my style. Because your intuition is very strong and it tells you. Abby's was talking to us from the other side. So anyway, the point is I don't have a consistent amount. So you might see, how many is this? 9, 11, 12. You might see 12, you might see 20, you might see 30. I don't know. But that's just something to keep in mind so you don't get confused. There are no wrong ways to read tarot. There are no tarot police. If anyone tries to police you, thank them for, that's probably how moms feel. Well, I don't have a child, but I'm guessing if I was trying to give a mom advice on child anything, it's like, thanks, you don't have a kid. I don't need your opinion. So just ignore them. Oh, here's the world. Okay. All right. Yep. They did tie her up. Remember we talked about that? Okay. So thanks for that balcony. So what we're looking at here is the good news is the feds are back on. They're back on the game. They must have done a sweep themselves because they're going back into Moscow and back into Delphi. We have justice at the top. This is the scales of justice. I'm going to look at that as justice because it's upright and as a decision, duality. She has the scales of justice. It's not always seen that way. I just got it in our last reading or 2 readings ago. And we have another decision right here. This card is the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, sorry, I haven't been sure. I'm talking to those guys. So we have justice upright. You guys know what justice looks like. We have the wheel. This is what Ethan always showed us as himself. We have the tower. This to me, I know everyone has their own interpretation of it. I don't care how you read your tarot cards. I read this as an end. 9/11, game over. I saw a tarot reader one time. He was saying it was like winning the lottery the night before your world comes tumbling down. That's the nicest thing I've ever heard about the tower. I just think 9/11 track. It's like done. It's over. So this is an end. This was a decision, but Ethan also showed it to us. It's the fool's journey. And this is the end for the tower. A decision came before, I guess the Wheel of Fortune, you spin the wheel. That's enough. That could be 3 decisions right there. I wonder if that's symbolic of our 3s again. We have how many is this? 5 of Wands. 5s are chaos in tarot. They just are chaotic. And there's no real way around it. It's just what it is. These guys are fighting. So it's in reverse. In reverse, this is like avoiding conflict. It's not fighting. I asked the girls. So this is the girls' point of view. This isn't the suspect number one, who's still suspect number one. She's not even close to being off that list. With the King of Swords, I remember, I'm just going to check my list. The grandma was getting the Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't remember anyone getting a king, but then we have the Knight of Cups. That can be representative of our chase. Chase is this age of a knight, especially at this time. That was like 6, 7 years ago. Oh, so then we have the sun shining on this trash hole, which is awesome. I'm going to put that up here with Justice. We have the Ace of Swords. Aces are always new beginning. Oh, I wonder if there's someone involved with this case that's like a surgeon or a doctor. We got this the last reading too. It's like, I wonder. I bet you there's someone that's in the medical field, maybe a nurse or something. Somehow this is showing me surgery and showed up 2 readings in a row, but the last one was a marathon. Then we have this, and this is a happy home. In the Cups family, in real life, anything but these 2 cases, Moscow and Delphi, it does mean happy home. In the Moscow case, it meant, it was like any one of the decision makers always showed us this when, where'd the Hermit go? Wait a second. Okay. They always showed us this. It was kind of a mindfuck because it was always a fake happy home. They always said it was real. This is D-Bag. This is our thief card. I think suspect number 1 also got this in the very first reading. Suspect number 1 is, her archetype is, well, it's right next to El Diablo. So in the Fool's Journey, we don't have the Fool, so never mind. I'm not going to explain it. El Diablo is an addiction, your shadow. It's your shadow. So it's anything you don't want to deal with, work with. If you have this energy has an addiction. Oh, so the next cards that we got, fake happy party. Okay, so here's our Hermit. I remember seeing him. We also got this card the last time when Libby was really stressed. She was explaining she just needed to see her friends. The Hermit is shining his light on that cup. I wonder if suspect number 1 was really, I bet you she was manipulative, because the Hermit is asking us to shine light on this discussion right next to El Diablo. There's something nefarious about this card. Well, what it represents. I was taking it to mean the last time we got it. She was excited to see Abby. This can also be remember in the first reading, we also got that suspect number 1. She's just such a follower. She just does whatever. She's someone as a mom you'd probably be really worried about, because anyone with a strong personality could just run her right over. So that's something to keep in mind. Another 5. Okay, so we have 2 5s here. Where's our other 5? Okay, so we have 2 5s. 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands. Communication electronically and avoiding a fight. There's something symbolic with that. Oh, the World. The World in reverse. This is an end. Done, done, done. Actually, the World and the Wheel of Fortune fell in reverse, and that means incomplete. That's like getting a 9. It's like you've done all the work. It's almost there. You just need closure. You just need to wrap it up. Good to know. This card is the Black Magic card. I'm not even going to call it. I mean, they might have tied the girls up. And our Queen of Pentacles. This is that Moneybags couple that we have all the regular players. There's something about those 2 5s. And there was a 3. All right. Obviously, when they're killing like 6-year-old women, it doesn't really make the headlines. It doesn't. I mean, we found 3. Remember, that was the day I said that I don't work for the FBI, but if I did. So why are they killing kids in these really obnoxiously grandiose fashions? Like, it's not just like, well, the Cleveland thing, thank God they caught that thing. But like, why would you ever want to bring attention to it? Like, what is... Well, I think what happened with the Ethan thing was they, especially in the recording that Luna got cleaned up, he talks about the money. They flushed some rugs and they owed a lot of money. We knew that. But so, and I think that D-Bag is just complete psychopath. There's so much rage, no feelings. I think that was all just like rage. She's just psycho. I mean, there was probably hurt feelings, very root chakra things, but these little girls, I almost feel like in Drip Drop's video, that might be Luna's. Hi, Drip Drop. I'll give Luna the credit because Luna said that this is like it could be a revenge killing on Kaylee. So what what was Abby just like collateral? Was she just happened to be there because someone needed to get back at this trash family? Timeline that's missing. But what's missing is the girls didn't go to the bridge. They never wanted to go to the bridge. Why and where did Abby's parents think that they were that time? Like, what did she think? And I don't know if her parents are involved in her life at all. What we need to figure out is this time frame. What were they doing? Who was the last person to have eyes on them? And I don't mean suspect number 1. She doesn't even count. Who's like credible that says, oh, maybe Abby's mom saw them. Maybe she dropped Abby off at Libby's house or something. Like somehow, we can fast forward this if you don't care. justice and the world are at the top. The sun is in reverse. That's nighttime. That's telling us we're going back into the darkness. So feel free to send those angels, prayers, whatever you believe in, preferably of the white light. Got enough of the other stuff here. Oh, death. Death is in reverse. It's like no change. 7. The Tower. What if I go back and I watch that cowboy video? Remember in there, I remember his world was getting really, really small. And that's like pretty much the same cards I just got. We have him. This is our hard worker. The only good thing I can say about him is he's a hard worker. He's loyal to a T. It's almost like people pleasing to detriment. He's also living above his means. This is from the last reading that I'm remembering all this. But his world was closing in. So we have justice and the world. That's an ending. That's the girls saying they're here. Justice is the Hierophant, like a good old boys. Love the U.S. government. I'm going to look at those. I hope the balcony has those. Then I can see the exact cards that we got. I think what we just connected was the guy, I called him the hot cowboy from the Idaho case. And this is all allegedly entertainment purposes only. I haven't even looked into it. But I'm getting a very strong yes, that's the connection. He is also like the deacon, allegedly, at Christ Church. He's not that hot. Once I saw him, he's kind of a loser, obviously. But he jumped out and fell on the floor. And I think we might have just made a huge connection. Oh, here's the Tower. The Chariot. The Star. They put their star out. Oh, the King of Cups in reverse. Money, everything's drying up. We need that. You know, that makes sense. Because I was getting the connection between the Fool. Between the, they're getting choked off just like Moscow. No way. Wow. Okay. I just got the chills. I wonder if we just made an important connection. The world. Cowboy's name was. That was at the Idaho 4 house. 3 weeks later, just walked right in. The only person that saw him happened to be a TV news station that was parked out front, and he had a tattoo. The Drip Drop does, Crime Circus does an awesome video on this, and I'll just link it in the description so you can look at it. 1122 King Road. The hot cowboy and his buddies were at 1122 King Road 3 weeks later because they got paid. What I was looking for was that kid's name. So if this cult of Odin, which I really honestly don't really care what you believe in, or I'm not judging, I don't care. What I wanted to know though was that hot kid, the cowboy, does he know that Jen and her little boyfriend were playing both sides of the fence? He also could be our hot cowboy, or could be Dylan's deal with the devil, because she signed a contract with the devil. These are the exact same cards that we got for Quinn the first round. Well, not exactly, but he got Temperance. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Might be a Leo energy. Seven of Wands. Got that yesterday. That's stealing. Well, 5 is too, but we have the World. That's the ending. His world, as he knows, it is ending. He works hard. He's a hard worker. He's someone you'd want. Like, I don't know what he does for work. He looks like manual labor, like a construction worker or something. You want him on your team or be the foreman or something, because he's like, he works hard. And we got this card when he went back to Dylan's house. He works hard for his money. We have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands in reverse. He's like hopeless. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. His world is really closing in. Something we don't know about him. Nine of Cups in reverse. He's like drained, emotional. He's self-destructive. Where he's the happiest is at work. Whatever he does something with his hands. And he loves it. It's like his happy place. It's the only place that he's. With the moon in reverse. This is like, your secrets are coming out. So, what don't we know yet? The Hierophant. The Hierophant is the government. The Hierophant also came out. The U.S. government's going to be the hero. Unbelievable. We have the moon in reverse. Secrets are coming out. And then we have the Hierophant. What's the card? You don't want to date him, ladies. He doesn't like commitment. And he's super emotional. Unless you're Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups in reverse, that's like emotional. Cups are empty, losing everything. This would be like, wait a second. Is Daddy Warbucks his uncle? Wait a second. Gotta write this down. I think Daddy Warbucks is related somehow. And it might not be like blood related. It might be like. So what we have to do is figure out Daddy Warbucks and Hot Cowboy. Where's their connection? Happy home. All right, I'll give him one more, do 2 out of 3. I'm going to say he's definitely the same guy. Hey, feds, you guys looking for an agent? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is not a joke. This is him. This is our Hot Cowboy. This is him. It's him. Okay, it's the same. Confirmed 100%. I stand by it. That's the Hot Cowboy. This is his card. This is hard worker. He's like only happy at work. He's a master of his trade. He might do something with his hands. He might be in construction. He's a good worker. That's the only thing that brings him happiness. This is him. It's him. Welcome back to the party, Hot Cowboy. Whew. It's been a while. Wow. The Hot Cowboy is so. So, who I think it is the deacon at Christ Church. Of course, Christ. I do have my cross on though, because I mean, it's very real. No way. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop you guys. I'm going to make myself a list. I'm going to go hang out with my parents and give them dinner. All right, no, I'm not giving them. She's giving me dinner. I'm going to watch. I'm going to look on Luna. I will post her name. Because drip drop, come on, dude, that is not cool. And I didn't even throw her under the bus. She went hard. I get for putting you bitches on.
This room hold? And why was the FBI?
I just said I was annoying and competitive. So my athlete side is like taking on a little bit of a life. I do like to compete. So can you guys help me? What I want to do is like somehow break records. I don't know what they are yet because I haven't looked into it. There was a surprising coincidence between something I saw today and something we did. And I just thought that was suspicious. So if anyone knows or how you can help me, and I didn't even imply you, but now I'm annoyed with you too because it's annoying and it's disrespectful. So I'll go check Luna's page, figure out the video with the Hot Cowboys literally just walking right in. I saw a comment that was like, these are some special forces guys. No, they're not. I don't, like I said, I'm a girl with a tarot deck, and these are all opinions. But those were not any kind of law enforcement. I mean, perhaps they're the law enforcement. Oh, they're all corrupt. So not all of them. I take that back. My husband was a cop. So the hot cowboy is tied to both of these cases. He was at both of these locations. I don't know why, when, where, but he's tied to both of them. What a dummy. What a dumbass. Okay. So this hot cowboy, he's back on the radar. Then I'm going to look at Luna. I will find her name, Luna Noir. And it's LunaNoir. So it's like Black Moon. She is the one that Drip Drop stole all of her information. So I'm going to go to her page, and I'm going to find the video of them, these cowboys coming out of the house. I'll rewatch and repost the video that I did of the hot cowboy. I'll try to narrow it down. So it's Luna Noir. I want to look at the cards we got because I remember it was closing in, and I kept seeing, this is really weird. I'm getting the same energy. Oh, it sucks to suck. Gosh, I'm so happy right now. Then, okay, so my action item is, okay, so in conclusion, I'm going to write the action items and do our conclusion. Balcony, thanks for hanging out and watching me update our whiteboard. In conclusion, the hot cowboy he's involved in both of these cases. His world is getting small. Oh, that's why we kept getting, his world was closing in. It's a tough day to be a criminal. All right, so the hot cowboy, I think who it is, and this is all allegedly, no facts here, please do your own research. The deacon, I don't even remember his name, but the deacon at the Christ Church, his name is Gabriel. And this is just I just thought he walked and has the same body as the kid that Luna put in her video. I'm not going to look at Droop Drops. I'm hoping that Luna has it because it was probably originally hers, and see if I can clip some of it in there. I'm going to rewatch those videos. We just got all the same cards. Video of him walking out of 1122. No wonder Ethan's here. And we did get his world is closing in. This is a great ending. Well, it's not an end. I'm going to go clean this up, hang out with my family, babysit, and I'm going to post this so you'll see this before I keep working. But I just want to thank you all for coming. Thank you, Balcony. In conclusion, the connection between these two cases is our hot cowboy. He's not a hot cowboy, but I like the fantasy of hot cowboys. The hot cowboy's world is getting small. I think he's the deacon at Christ Church. His name's Gabriel. I already did a reading or two on him before I figured out who he was. And Luna, I will post, or I'll tag you below. Thank you for everything. And I am off to hang out with my family. So I will love you and leave you. Thank you all for coming. That was the best 30 minutes of my day. So I love you, and I'll see you guys next time.